Hello everyone and welcome to the Gaming Droid and welcome back to Free Trial Droid. In this we are looking at Scrap Garden the Day Before, which is a short little platformer which is kind of like a free demo cross free platformer as a lead-in or prequel to a paid-for game called Scrap Garden. And it's got some beautiful narration, so I'll shut up and let you listen.
I'd like to tell you about one very unusual day for a very ordinary C4N robot whom the other robots called Kenny. A robot for whom many more exciting events were destined to happen. But nobody suspects this yet, not even him. And so our story begins when the phone rang in Kenny's home.
So this is Kenny, this is the C4N robot, and the basic mechanics are it is a 3D run-around platformer. And all the standard things. It's very reminiscent of PlayStation era platformers. It's a lot of sort of jumping around, hitting things. Oh, that one blew up, so we pick up a new one and put it in.
This is Keeper. You know I don't call without a reason. We've got a desperate situation. Last night the city's water supply pressure dropped, and the reservoir engineer isn't picking up the phone. And then, as luck would have it, the door to the reservoir was blocked. Kenny, you're a jack of all trades. Help open the door and restore the water pressure. The city will be indebted to you.
So we've been called into action to rescue the city's water supply. I'm not sure why a city filled with robots needs a water supply. Cooling, maybe? But it's a kind of simple little prologue game. The mechanics, as I said, very PlayStation 1 era reminiscent. It's interesting that you can also look through the door. You can't get into their flat, but you can look through the door and see other robots enjoying themselves and doing their thing. And it's a interesting little prologue. It's a very short platformer, but as a free platformer, there's no microtransactions. It's just basically a advertisement prologue for the main game. So it's got a nice little jumping mechanic. The controls are very, very smooth. The only slight oddness in the controls, not far enough away to break it. The only slight oddness in the controls are that the camera turns when I move my character around like this. So I'm not moving the camera, that's the camera moving. But also the camera turns when I move my mouse. So if I'm running and turning and moving my mouse simultaneously, it gets a little psychedelic. Especially if the character turning one direction and the mouse turning the other. It can be a little bit confusing as to where your character is actually ending up. Now, the interesting thing is, I've played through this once, and I know for a fact I didn't get everything. A lot of the, I would say, the kind of micro-platformers that are used for advertisement are very simple. They just tend to be linear platform paths, just as a demonstration. But actually, there's some secrets going on in this game. So up here is one of the first little basic secrets, which is free bolts, free little things to collect. But there's also, strangely enough, like some other secrets going on, and I'm not really sure what they are because I haven't been able to find them, and I'm quite curious as to where the secret elements of this game are going to lead. As well as the basic platforming, as with a lot of... I saw something then. As with a lot of platformers from this era, there is a kind of puzzle set, a set of puzzle mechanics that go along with it. And find that bot and I will give you 50 bolts. Okay, so I'm looking for that bot. The puzzle mechanics are a tile puzzle, a slider tile puzzle, very much like Pipe Dream because it's a pipe connection slider puzzle. There's a hacking puzzle, which is a light movement puzzle, a bit like the old Laser Max puzzles, things like that. And then there's some other bits and pieces. There's also a boss fight going on at the end of this, which is just so reminiscent of the non-combat platformer boss fights, where they're a non-combat platformer, but they still expect you to fight something and win, and it's so difficult. I mean, I love that difficulty curve. It's so reminiscent of the old PlayStation era platformers. That like, this is just a nice little run around. I'm running around, I'm collecting bolts, I'm having fun. Hello. Oh, I actually have to carry you, do I? Okay. I'm running around, I'm collecting bolts, I'm having fun, but then suddenly, boss fight, and and we have to Sparta the guy into submission. So. Oh, are you going to follow me? I could just carry you, but apparently you're following the oil can. Okay. Is there any reason why I can't just pick you up and carry you? Oh, because you wriggle free. Ah, that's why. So it would be a struggle to get you to actually come over here. Right. Come on. Come on. This is one of the bits where the sort of the mouse and keyboard controls kind of come in handy, but at the same time they're a little bit weird. It's the first time I've had that kind of... I mean, I know first-person shooters do it, but in a platformer, that kind of control, especially with the way the character controls, in the kind of slightly odd floatiness that there is to his movement. Up we go, up we go, up we go, up we go. Come on, follow me. Come on, come on, come on. There you are. Oh, look at him, he's so happy. Where'd you put my bolts? Or did you just give them to me? You just gave them to me. Thank you for the bolts. There's another crate over here. Boom, boom. Can't interact with that. So there's a great little mechanic going on. It's a fun, clean little game. I'm just exploring to try and find the secrets now. But the physics and the sort of mini quest element that's going on in this platformer is brilliant. The style of it... Can I stand on your head? No. The style of the platformer and the style of the game is very, very interesting and very good looking. I love the short render distance, the kind of way that it mists everything out beyond a very short distance, which gives you a very much a kind of like limited area to play with, but at the same time it fits beautifully well with the game as is. With the actual game itself, it fits that the robot doesn't have a long view distance. It fits with the art style and with the mechanics of the game. There's a coin over there. Can I get up on top of this? Not immediately, it doesn't look like. No. Right. This is where physics puzzlers come in. I bet you if I build these up into a stack... Nope. Come here, you. I need to... like that. And then... Ha-ha! You can't stop... Nope. You can't stop me. I am a platforming king. Maybe not. So you can see that the mechanics are quite sort of... This bit is kind of like... Oh! I don't know what I got there, but whatever it was cool. So the mechanics are quite clean and quite well made. Everything seems to work beautifully well. There's achievements that go with this, including a hidden achievement, which may be for God knows what. There's this, which is a little arcade machine. Ah, that's why I got the coin. I couldn't play this last time, but I can play it this time. Oh, awesome! So there's a little Space Invaders game. Actually, in amongst this, I didn't know this was here, and this is what I mean with this has got a very sort of retro feel to it, in that a lot of older games had these little mini games within them. Like the fact that certain old platformers would just stop the platforming and be like, right, this is a logic puzzle, figure out this logic puzzle to get to the next area. And I found that interesting. So I'm going to stop that with there, and I'm just going to grab some more bolts and show you the kind of the next... Ooh, this is an area I didn't find last time. I'm just getting fascinated by this game now. I'm getting lost in this game because it's like, I want to do the next bit. I want to find out where these things go and why these are here. Ooh. What's down here? Let's go down first. There's a few bolts down here. And water, which is, of course, fatal to robots, because we all know that robots cannot swim. And if you think robots can swim, you're a fool. There also seems to be a little bit of a wall jump mechanic, in that he seems to have like a third jump sometimes when he jumps up walls. There's invisible walls here and there as well, but... Ah, is this... No, that's not how I'm supposed to get the golden coin. That just appears to be a few extra bolts for some reason. A few extra repair pieces. I'm not sure why that's there. And we can repair this and go down into the sewers, and this starts to... Why did it empty all of them? I had 280, not 150. That seems to be an odd mechanic issue. So down I come, and the ladder breaks, so I can't go back. And now we start to introduce... I'm not going to be so stringent about collecting everything. We start to introduce the enemy mechanic. So I'm just going to jump on a few heads. I need the key that's down here. And I'm going to see if I can get to and show you one of the little puzzles. There is a couple of computers you can access, and there's a couple of, rickrolls and other jokes going on. So here's one of the pipe puzzles, or the pipe puzzle I should say. There aren't multiple versions of this in the game. It's a very simple, very short game, but it's basically a demo. It's basically them saying, do you enjoy this? If you enjoy this, then it might be worth buying our game. That's a new one. I did not know this was here. And this is Punch Club plus, oh, this is where the crocodiles from Punch Club hang out. Okay. A Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles reference wrapped up in a Punch Club reference. Okay. So that's a new one. That wasn't the secret achievement. That was one of the achievements that it shows. So you can see that the sort of platforming thing is very reminiscent of the older platforms genre, and it's a lot of good fun in my opinion. I like this squish. I like this sort of platforming, this sort of mechanic. So all in all, it's probably, if you rushed through the game and didn't worry about the achievements, you could probably finish it in 20-25 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. I know that the last boss fight took me 10 minutes the first time because I couldn't figure out how to injure him. Tip to those playing, you throw things at him, which I should have pegged straight away. So we need to move this down here. This here. This here. Right, we want that there, so we want to cycle this round here, and then cycle this there. Then cycle these round, like that. I'm not very good at slider puzzles, in case you hadn't guessed. No, I need to take this one out. As I said, I'm bad at slider puzzles. I did this last time. It's because I'm on camera. God dang it. That'll do. My brain melted then. That's the pattern you're supposed to get, but this strains out and we come through, and so it's a nice, quick, easy little platformer. There's nothing massively stressful about it, but it's just there as a fun little intro to this particular game. I personally think I'd rather enjoy this game, so Over here we have just the light puzzle, which is literally just a case of transmitting light around the map to find out where you're going. So if this looks like the kind of platformer you're interested in, it might be worth you getting the free short intro, which is Scrap Garden the day before. And if you've played Scrap Garden the day before and enjoy it, it might be worth having a look at the low price retail platformer. Thanks for watching, and I will see you again next time.